Why hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Forgotten Camo, soon be renamed King of Diamonds. I suppose you're wondering why I haven't been uploading in a while. And I have constantly explained this in several other videos that I tried recording, but yet for some strange reason would not record my audio, or it would do something else entirely stupid. Well, I think I just answered my question. And honestly, because of that happening, I just felt disinterested in recording after a while. Also, I had a few things to do, like weddings to go to, schoolwork, like summer classes. I'm taking Cal 2 this summer. But anyways, I thought about getting back into Men of War Assault Squad, and a friend of mine, Grumpy Kitten Ace, showed me this map. I forget the name of it for some reason. Here it is right here, Kennesaw Mountain. I'm supposed to be a Civil War enthusiast, yet I can't remember the name of this. Normally I go back to research certain battles that went through, and it's just, I haven't really gone to researching the American Civil War in like 8 years, and then I only recently got a short work through about the Civil War while going through American history, and then not being required to take it, so I didn't take it because it would cost too much money. I don't know. I just haven't gotten into the American Civil War in a very long time. I think the time when I stopped reading about the American Civil War was when I started getting into anime, and all that information about the Civil War just pulled on out. But yeah, this is Kennesaw Mountain, and I know it should be historical. Also, the one thing that I was very happy about is that it's the forest battle. I love forest battles. Forest battles are my absolute favorite. For those of you who have seen me do some Men of War Assault Squad videos, there was this one map that I made by myself. I was very proud of it too. Had some trouble uploading it, but hopefully some people are enjoying the map. Anyways, I really, really enjoy forest battles. It's unfortunate that it's not some World War II setting, but it is the American Civil War, and I have been very, very much interested in the American Civil War. Obviously, it was a very, very tragic, just unavoidable. I mean, you could try spinning around any way you could put it, but it was just, the North didn't want them to lead. The South kind of just didn't want anything to do with the North, and wanted to take all their territory. They weren't going to let exceptions, like let the North have control of certain forts. And I think it was sad and unavoidable. But anyways, I think we should go ahead and get started on this battle. It's going to start as very laggy. Also, I kind of have to control one of the soldiers first before battle starts. There. And he dies almost immediately. As soon as he fires, he dies, and the poor drummer boy is dead too. That's unfortunate. But look at this. Look at the barrage of guns. Let me just get the right angle for this. There are a couple of soldiers already charging forward until they stop and decide not to move. If it were me, I would just charge right after them, almost immediately. And of course, that might be suicide, but you're basically standing out in the open It's not something that I would do. But yeah, you can't even see them from here. And you probably noticed that the game looks a little weird. That's because I changed the resolution. It was on Windows Display, and I don't know why. And so I reset it, and now everything, the text is smaller. It makes it hard to read. So I actually don't know how many Civil War troops. I didn't bother to count. All I know is there's a lot of carnage for the Yankees. There's an awful lot of carnage for the Yankees at the start, but things do tend to even out later on.
Forwards, men! Cover me! I'm reloading! Go! Go! I see smoke! Dirty rat! This is our line. Out of ammo! How you like this? Pour it out!
It's very weird the way they talk. Some of them say this is our land on the north side when it's usually the south side that ought to be saying that. But you know, I don't. I guess I may be wrong. It's probably. It's just weird hearing them say that when they're the ones on the offensive. Also, some of them scream British stuff, like for the king. I claim this land for, I don't know, for the king or something, which was weird. But it looks like a lot of the soldiers are actually taking cover. Oh, these are the officers. Why are you not shooting? They're not shooting, but they're only hiding behind there. Normally they just stay back over here and look. I don't know why they're just sitting around over here. You're on free move, so you should be allowed to move, but they're not. So let's go back over here. It would be a lot more entertaining if this wasn't so laggy. I do love that. I really love the way Grumpy Kitten Ace designed this. Feels like a real forest. I'm trying to look from their perspective. I keep clipping under the map. There we go. Now that's beautiful. Seeing the flag, seeing soldiers dead from the side. I should probably picture this. Yeah.
Heads up and get firing! Ready to fire!
Oh, somebody just lost their hat. And I think that guy who lost his hat is dead. He's taken a really long time to fall to his death, but that might just because the frame rate's so low. This game does not perform very well by itself. I mean, it doesn't perform very well while just with so many troops on. That's why I kind of wished. There's always some other game that I want just like this, just so that we can make our fantasies even larger. One of those was like Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Problem is, you couldn't make your own maps or anything. You do get your own custom troops and such, but it had a lot of limitations, and I think that this limitation is one of the reasons why the battles were so large. But the creators of Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator are also is creating a newer game. I can't remember the name either. Probably because I'm half asleep. I've been studying all day, sort of, while playing Hearts of Iron 4. But he's got this new game that he's making, and it runs even smoother with 1 million bots on the map. Runs a lot smoother, which is incredibly impressive. I'd love to see other game developers be able to accomplish that, especially for those fantasy World War II or Civil War, Revolutionary War enthusiasts. I say fantasy because they want to see how battles come out differently. I think that's one of the reasons why I play Hearts of Iron 4 so much. It's just the numbers and the mods. There's so many different ways you can play. Plus, I love playing as the Philippines. America's great too, but I love playing as the Philippines. I'm actually starting to think I need to switch back to clip camera position just so I can not clip under the map. I want to stare at these soldiers. Why, or am I going up? There we go. They are so crowded together, just defending one hill. I wish it wasn't so laggy. Oh, but look at this. It's so wide open. You seeing all those battles over the distance. It's so cool. This might actually be my thumbnail. I'm trying to figure out a good thumbnail. You think this is a good thumbnail? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, this thing, it's not off to a good start. Normally, this is, I did not put the scenario together myself. I just loaded it. Everything's so laggy. I mean, it would probably be better with the 1080, but I don't think that would help that much. But it's so beautiful, the background. I love the detail. Especially watching just sections of soldiers fighting off in the distance. And it is technically realistic. These battles last all day until the night. And honestly, it just gets so annoying. But the level of detail, though, it's amazing. I like how the bullets have a nice impact, but the muskets though, they don't seem to have that big of an impact. I don't know, maybe it's from personally hearing one myself. It never sounds good with audio for some reason. I don't know. It just doesn't. You can't really make it sound. I'm trying to think of a good way of saying this. when you hear it yourself, you feel this impact compared to what you hear from a regular one of those more modern rifles. It's just loud and it has this kick. But maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just that these muskets are different because the ones I listened to were more from the 1700s than the 1800s.
Got enemy troop movement. Help me here. Open fire. Hey, pal. He might be there. Hey, keep shooting that out. Move. I got your back. Okay, shooting. I got your back. We got enemy movement over here. Light him up. Okay, shooting. This is our line. Space up with fire.
So a lot of the troops have taken cover behind fences. Some of them are out on the field, pretty spread out, which technically makes them safer than the guys just crowded together by this fence. You can already see a few bodies here, but most of the guys out in the open have died. So I guess cover's probably the better choice. Wow, look at all those bodies. I don't see how you guys are under attack. You're the ones who are attacking. Come on. Get those southerners off this map. I mean, they honestly shouldn't have that many bullets. They've been known to not have that much ammunition or food or even clothing. Some of them don't even have shoes. To be perfectly honest, usually the best equipped soldiers are put on the front lines, while the worst equipped are placed in less needed areas. Soldiers should be firing all the way from over here, I think, but I don't see them shooting though. I do see those guys over there shooting.
Infantry there! Where the hell's that support? Ready to fire!
I have to say this map would be interesting if I did it into a World War II setting with, let's say, German soldiers holding this area. Now that would be fun. And maybe a little less laggy, with less troops on the map. But yeah, the North's actually making a lot of progress. They're whittling away the first line of defense. There's hardly any troops left defending. Maybe except for over here. But there are less people focusing on that part over there. Oof! He took a shot to the head and survived! Oh. That guy took 3 bullets and died. Poor guy.
Keep it up, man. We're killing them. Get in there and make sure it off me. For glory. This is not good. Don't worry about me. Shooters coming up. This line is ours by right. Enemy reinforcements. Enemy everywhere.
You know, seeing this makes me want to go back working on my other map. I just keep I go onto it for like 30 minutes, work on it, but then end up stopping for like a month, come back to it, work for 30 minutes, stopping for another month. It's meant to be a Japanese island that's heavily fortified. It has no relation to history at all. But then again, none of the maps that I make had no relation to history at all, other than one of those Mississippi maps. But it still has nothing to do with what actually happened in World War II. Nothing at all. Oh, this guy's still alive. For now. You can already tell that the speed of the game is actually starting to increase. That's because a lot of American troops, actually they're all American, but a lot of the northern, or the Yankees, I should probably say, have gone down compared to the Confederates. Oh look, it's the Mississippi flag. Or actually, I think the Mississippi. I'm getting a lot of. I've actually been getting a lot of differences about. Different stories about how the Mississippi flag originated, and it's pretty confusing. This isn't the Mississippi flag, by the way. It's just which flag was it? I don't really remember. I saw a see this flag. That's the. I think that's Ulysses. So I mean, sorry. I think that's Robert E. Lee's flag from as in his hometown or his home state, who aren't necessarily participating in the war because Lincoln declared martial law, which was a smart move on his part. It's just trying to get the facts straight when I can barely remember anything about the Civil War other than how the Civil War, or the date, times, and the events before the Civil War started. How the Civil War started. There are so many historians out there who will say there's just so many factors into how the Civil War started. You can start like hundreds of books about it and just still not be done, which is technically true. I really want to go back into it. I actually have a American Civil War Cyclopedia that just goes into detail on the events. It doesn't go to this why or anything. It just just tells you what they did and what they said. With it tells you about the battle, about the hour of every hour, which I really like. It makes me really want one of those World War II encyclopedias and Revolutionary War encyclopedias, just so I can read about every single thing. But I can't afford those because they cost from $400 to, let's see, $4,000, $300 to $4,000. Can't afford that. I mean, only professors who teach about this type of thing would be able to afford it. I can't afford that. I'd actually rather be buying graphics cards for my computer than anything else. But it's actually, it's really important to have something like that. I just wish you didn't have to buy something to learn about history. Honestly, why not just put that all online? Just type it all down, put it online on every event that transpired of every single hour. There was this one website that did that, but it went down. And I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe it actually wasn't theirs what they put up, or maybe nobody was interested in it. But it went down, which is unfortunate. But it looks like the north is actually getting closer now. They're really close right now. We've been going on for like 26 minutes. They've barely been able to push. Like, first line of defense, right over here, that's down. This is practically the second line of defense. They still got a lot of troops up. They're losing troops, but they still got a lot of troops left. Over here, the left flank. The left flank actually holds fairly well. And they're actually supported by this line back here. If the Yankees want to flank the enemy. Oof, there went another one. Seeing so many soldiers out in the open, it's so painful. It's so painful to see them all out in the open trying to engage this area that's... It's very well fortified and just... Ugh. They're all in cover. These guys are all out in the open. I can't even tell how many soldiers over here died. I know you can push, guys. You have the manpower. Just push the south. I'm really feeling sorry for you guys.
We're under attack!
You're the ones who were attacking, not them. Did you not get any orders? Did they not tell you that there's enemy over here and they had to take over the mountain? Sorry, it's not a mountain, it's a hill. But still.
Affirmative, covering fire! We claim this land.